welcome back. I'm Lene. I'm going to be doing a try-on of everything that came in the e.l.f. box. I will insert that here. Alright, I'm gonna unbox this great big box of e.l.f. products. They were having a summer sale. A lot of things were like really reduced price, like 4 cents per lipstick and stuff like that. So I have some background noise because the fish tank is behind me. We've got the packing list on the front. I showed in my Instagram story. We have on the top Pop of Glitter Makeup Transformer Gel Turquoise Twilight, and I really wanted this because it's white glittery with a turquoise like shift. Can't wait to see what that looks like. Got some Prime and Stay finishing powder, Fairlight. This is the 11-piece silver brush collection, and it's got a brush bag and all of these different brushes in it. And I always like to get new brushes. I have enough, but is it ever enough, really? Oh, this has a hollow box. What is? Oh, this is the Massage Overnight Recovery Cream. I'm really looking forward to trying the rollerball applicator thingy on the front. Luxe lashes, and there's a couple of different lashes. These are the super dramatic ones, and I've actually had pretty good luck with a lot of e.l.f. lashes. A tinted moisturizer, SPF, because summertime. This is another one, Pop of Glitter. This is the rose gold, so it's the same stuff as this, but in a different color. And we got some separate brushes. This is the contouring brush. I think this was like 80 cents. We've got some volumizing and defining mascara, lip lacquer in purple. Not reading purple on my viewfinder, but I swear it's like purple. Corrective concealer. So the different color correctors in a cream palette. And then also, here it is, tone correcting powder. So it's the same colors, the yellow, blue, green, and pink as powder. So both of those, a contour palette, and this is powder. Yeah, that's powder. And it was like $2.50 for that thing. Foundation brush, useful for lots of things. Oh yeah. Oh yes, this is the models. This is so pretty, so sparkly, so gold. Anyway, the under eye setting sheer. I've been trying a lot of you know light diffusing HD whatever, and they have been make it look worse, like crepey. Also we'll see works. And is the Shield Smoothing Eye Serum. So it's ball tip, but it's smaller. I'll have to keep those sparkly boxes for my kid. Yeah. Here's Dramatic. And then Stardust Glitter Eyeliner in Pink Opal. I don't know if that's picking up in the sunlight, but that is gorgeous. It looks like an opal. Got Cream Eyeliner in Teal Tease. This is one of my favorite colors, and when I saw that they had it as a cream eyeliner, I was like, yes. Beautifully Bare Satin Lipstick in Touch of Nude. I've been wanting to get a good nude and wanting to try some different formulas of lips, and a angled eyeliner brush, so that'll be super nice for doing details with the new cream eyeliner. Got a prismatic lip gloss in Amethyst, so it is super shimmery. Going a little nuts with the lip product this summer. This is the Volume mascara. Going to be comparing mascaras. These, and then Eye Enhancing Black Mascara. Pretty set on mascara. And this is Beautifully Bare Smooth Matte Eyeshadow in Blushing Rose. And this is a liquid eyeshadow that's supposed to be matte and very smooth. and I want to try this out. I left this for last. Oh, nope, one more thing. This is another one of the prismatic lip glosses in rose quartz. So all of these prismatic ones have like names after crystals. It's very, very pretty. This is what I was saving to last. This was a gift with purchase. And this is the Mad for Matte eyeshadow palette. And it's got some warm toned and cool toned, lighter and darker, some that are more gray, some that are more green. Okay, so this had this corrugated insert, and it's actually smaller than what the box makes it look out to be. It's got this filler right here. So it's actually this, which is not bad, especially since it was free. So it's got a mirror, got the colors in it, and they are all a satin matte, but they all look very, very matte. There's not shimmer at all. They just look very smooth. So they all look very pretty. I kind of like this size. It's hand size. Can slide it into whatever. Anyway, so that's what was in this big old box. Alright, so I have like an hour and 20 minutes before I have to leave the house, so I have spread out and opened up things, and I have collected the items that I already owned that are e.l.f. brand products. So I have the Poreless Face Primer, which I really enjoy using. I have the Flawless Finish Foundation in Pearl, which I like for more full coverage. I've had this forever, the e.l.f. I think it's a brow duo in dark, and it's got a pomade and a powder, a little mirror, and a tiny brush. It's really great for just chucking in a to-go bag. And I have this soft luminous powder, which is more sparkly than I would like for just powder. So I don't know if that will show up, but like even the little poof is sparkly. And I had a couple of tools. I had the Total Face Brush, smudge brush, and small smudge brush, which this is super duper tiny. It's so cute. Anyway, so I pulled out what I already have. So, glasses off. I haven't done anything to my face except earlier this morning I put on moisturizer and SPF, all that jazz. So we're going to start with the primer. I have seen a couple of dupe videos where this is a dupe for the Smashbox photo focus, and I've never purchased it, but I've gotten the little samples and like subscriptions, and I have to say I prefer the e.l.f. It's got that same slip, but not too slippy, I guess. Like it fills in and just the right way. It doesn't take a whole lot either. So, and this is $6 compared to whatever Smashbox is. Oh yeah, and I had the e.l.f. blender, which is super, but I've had it a while. It's clean. I swear it's clean. Because I have I already know how I like this, I'm going to use the Tinted Moisturizer 20 SPF 20 with aloe and vitamin cucumber and vitamins A, C, E. And I got it. Oh, and I got it in the shade Porcelain. Slightly cucumbers. They just kind of make my feel a bit itchy and swollen. So, I mean, I like cucumbers. Sometimes I'll eat them anyway, but usually avoid products that have cucumber in it, just in case. Never had an issue, but why start now? And it got all over me. It's definitely tinted moisture feeling. definitely tinted moisturizer coverage, which it did even out my skin. It feels a little bit like sun. Rub it with your hands, but it blends in pretty well. Might be the primer I'm still feeling though. Kind of leaving streaks. Changed my mind. I'm gonna add some of the Flawless Finish to this. Because I've got some really red cheeks from the heat going on. Okay, I feel like I actually have foundation on now. Which this one doesn't have SPF, so wearing both, it works. I think layering them did kind of make the Flawless Finish a little more sheerer than it normally would be, but that's okay because I'm fully expecting this to melt off my face because it is so hot today. But moving on, I'm going to actually do the eyes, and then I'll do concealer and face stuff. That way, if we have any issues, it won't be an issue. I am going to break out the new brush set. So this is gonna be fun. And I kind of rearranged it to stick the ones that I purchased individually in here as well. And I'm just gonna get a little dab of this Prime and Stay finishing powder to set that so I give it all the blending advantages that I can. This is a very soft brush. This is the blush brush. I probably won't even need blush because of how pink my cheeks are today. It's genetic. I'm fine. Alright, so the eyeshadow palette is the Mad for Matte Nudes. So dark to light. I laid it on the table. We're good. So we're going to go with kind of a medium in the middle one to lay down a wash of color. Alright, so that's both eyes with that color laid down. There's no shade names or anything, so just medium deep brown. And I'm going to take this slightly pink lighter shade here at the end on the lid inner corner area. And there is a bit of kick up in the palette. It's not terrible. And they blend really nicely and softly. I'm going to keep it neutral because I want to use the teal eyeliner. So I'm going to darken up the outer corner with the darkest shade here on the end. That's a bit messy, but I'm going to be cleaning it up anyway, so I'm not worried about it. Alright, so I kind of got the shadows in a way that I like them by just going back and forth between, well, I didn't really add any more of that, but the darker and then the pink color. And I'm going to leave it like that because I'm going to add the blue eyeliner and maybe one of these glitter topper thingies. Looking forward to playing around with that. I'm probably not going to be dipping into the color correcting palettes today. I need to play around with how to use color correcting first, so, but I do have them out. Eyebrow. I got the eyebrow stem in these kit, and these are actually really, they've got paper bag, but they are this really flexible. You can like stick, so you can like clean them off. You just use them, and you just put it over, flip it, and then flip it. And it is great because I suck at making my eyebrow match. It just, I don't know. I know how to do it, I guess. Alright, I've got some brows on. The little stencil is hard to do. I think I need to figure out just like the technique out, or maybe they like tape it down or something, because I'm holding it and I'm trying to use the brush, but I can't hold the mirror close enough, so I kind of just got the basics down and then filled it in the rest of the way. And I really like the new eyebrow duo brush. Has a spoolie on one end and a small angled brush on the other end. And I've been using this brow duo for a while, so I already knew that I liked that. I definitely like the pomade more than the powder. The powder is just, it lightens up my brows in a weird way, I think. I mean, they look alright, because nobody else is going to be like this close to my face, so I'm not worried about that. So, they kind of match, which never happens. We're gonna, I guess, do face things. So we've got the 16-hour camo concealer. I already had this, and I really like this. And I have the contour palette, and I have this Prime and Stay finishing powder, which I'm going to use today, and not this soft luminance one. I already know that it's not my favorite. I don't hate it, it's not super useful for what I usually want to do. So first thing I'm gonna do is, this has like a massive doe foot applicator. It's color correcting would be helpful for mustache darkness. It probably is. I will have to look into that. And that is all without dipping back in. It's crazy. Okay, I have gone over some of the outer corner. I'm not worried about that because I'm going to do the lash line and bring it up anyway, so not super concerned. I'm going to use this blush brush again, dipping into the Prime and Set powder for under my eyes. Okay, so that powder's really soft. It doesn't have any reflex in it like the loose powder does. It doesn't add a whole lot of coverage, which is fine. I don't want it to. It's just a finishing powder. And a lot of times when I put powder under my eyes, I feel like it goes and they're like dry and crepey, but it feels super soft. I like how it feels. We'll see how it wears, but so far I really like this powder. Alright, so I've been using this for the mirror. This is the contour palette, and I'm going to get into some of the other fancy brushes. We got the Specific 4 contouring brush. It's all flat. And I'm gonna use this angled foundation brush for my nose. I have trouble with that. And I'm gonna get into the darkest shade and just go to town. Alright, this looks a little bit harsh still, but I promise it's gonna clean up. I didn't get a separate highlighter, so we're just gonna be using the highlighter in this contour palette. But first, I'm gonna grab the powder brush, and this is so soft. Oh my gosh, it's flat. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna just love playing with this. I'm going to get some of this lighter brown as my just bronzer. Take it around the outside of my face, kind of blend all this in. In the viewfinder it looks like I just went and rolled in dirt. Kind of looks like that a little bit in real life too. I'm going to take the complexion brush, which is also super soft, but it's a little more loosely packed, and it's got a rounded top. I'm going to get into the finishing powder. And I don't know if this has been said before, but you kind of got to blend your face just like you blend with eyeshadow. So you've got your cream products, and then you have your powder products on top, and you just got to go over and over and over them. Alright, well, I like the complexion palette. The powders were decently pigmented. They're pretty smooth. Let's have a look at the highlighter. I don't usually use a fan brush for highlighter, but it's in here, so let's give it a try. This is super soft as well. Most fan brushes I've tried have been very, like, stiff, so maybe I'll like this one. It's very gentle. I have to kind of, like, pinch it to get the product on it, though. Or maybe I don't. I don't know. Okay, that's just barely there, but I think it's because this doesn't hold very much. Let's try and get a little more. Maybe this is why I don't use fan brushes. Nice little plastic, just the wrappers, but heavier duty plastic. Oh, that's nice. I do use this sealer brush. There we go. It's not my most favorite highlight ever, but it's pretty, it's subtle, it's glowy. Now my current favorite is the e.l.f. Rodeo Drive, and I really, really like it. This is very soft, and like, not in a super powdery way. It's like very finely milled or something, because it's not like super emphasizing texture. It is a little bit because it's highlighter, and that's just the MO of highlighter, but not terrible. And I think e.l.f. had two different complexion palettes. So they have one like this, and they have one that's either darker or lighter. I can't remember which one I got. so it's not claiming to be universal. They've got options, and I like to go kind of dark on my contour. Forgot the. I don't feel like those help thin my face. Oh, and I'm gonna put some of this also on my brow bone. I like this crease brush, the right size and shape for a lot of things. Also very soft. In the inner corners, gonna take a little on the bridge of my nose and the tip. Okay, this is very harsh. It needs more blending, but I'm going to hurry up. Like I said, I didn't have a blush product, but I'm thinking I am going to get into the color corrector powder palette and put a tiny bit of the pink on the apples of my cheeks and just draw it back a little bit. I don't know if that's even showing up. That's okay. It's not its intended purpose. It's not its intended purpose. Okay. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time cleaning up, but I need to find things. So, to finish this up, I'm going to get into... What am I going to get into? Oh, I almost forgot. This little under eye powder, which I already went under my eyes, but I still want to see what it came with, like a teensy tiny little brush, but I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use this guy. I'm going to dip into that a little bit. I don't know what makes it special. It doesn't say that it's brightening or anything. See much of a difference, but that's my bad for forgetting to use that under my eyes instead of the finishing powder, which that worked great. So get into this. I got the bent eyeliner and teal tease. I love turquoise. This is like my favorite color, just about right here. Ooh, very soft. Maybe it's because it's been sitting in the heat of this room. The air conditioning is turned off in this room. Let's see what happens. This brush is weird. I don't know if it's the brush, the liner not being used to a cream liner, but I feel like I'm having to go back and forth a lot. Maybe it's something I'll just need to practice with. Okay, so I went a little ham with the blue liner, smudged it underneath my eye, tried to wing it out a little bit. I ended up trying a different angled brush. I think I just need to get used to A, the brush, and B, the liner, and C, keep the liner somewhere climate controlled. But I took some of the gray in here along the bottom line and smudged it out, and I went a little thin up here because I want to also try this Stardust glitter eyeliner in pink opal, and this is so sparkly. I have no idea if this is gonna show up properly, but I think you can see the sparkle a little bit. Getting it in my lashes, and I don't know how this dries down, so I hope that doesn't make my lashes too fraunchy. Alright, I have a bunch of different options for lips. However, I am going somewhere after this, so I'm probably not going to use the purple. Might use it tomorrow though. I'll definitely let y'all know what I think about the various ones, probably over on my Instagram though, but I have a couple I am going to try today. Now, I got it. Alright, so That was my feet bumping things. I love the sparkliness. And I kind of like that it doesn't dry down right away, so if you get it somewhere you don't want to, you can easily just get it. While I'm playing sparkles, I've got what are these called? I forget. But they're like just glitter enhancer things, so you can put them lots of places. I think they're even lip safe. They've got like a lip thingy. But I'm going to take the rose gold just a tiny bit because these eyeshadows are all matte. Put a little bit on the center. And it's kind of like a shimmer suspended in a gel, so it's not like adding a whole lot of rose gold color, just rose gold shimmer. And I wouldn't even say glitter because it's just that tiny. It's definitely just shimmer. Is that reading? I don't know if it is, but it's pretty in real life. Not like shimmer like this gloss, but I like it. It's cute. Okay, so put that aside, The mascara that we're trying, I got 3. I don't want to open them all at once though. That way they last me. Try the eye enhancing mascara. Today, it's got one of our hourglass wands. It's like got a round fat top and then fat again and then fat again. But it like changes, so it's like skinny on one side and fat on the other. We'll see. This is interesting. Alright. It's not like, oh, I'm wearing falsies, but it's nice. I like it. Do bottom. What do you think? Are my eyes enhanced? Mascara always makes me look awake, but more awake, so there's that. Well, it definitely darkens. It separates and lifts. I wouldn't say they're volumized, and they don't look that much longer. They're just kind of like darkened to be like, oh, yep, they're there. Which, you know, that's important too. Yes, I know I got some on my face. I'm going to let it dry and then flick it off. So it's not inspiring, but it's horrible. Any mistakes are just user error. Lips. I have a lot of different lippy things, but I'm going to go with this Beautifully Bare satin lipstick in Touch of Nude. I was wanting a good nude for the summer, so let's see. This is a bit more browny, but I mean that's what I was. And I have a couple of glosses, the Rose Quartz Prismatic Lip Gloss and the Modern Metals gloss. And whatever color this is. It just has numbers on the bottom. Like this one seems to be a bit more glittery and the other seems more shimmery. And yes, there's a difference. That is very, very pretty. Try this one on the other side. They actually look very similar. I feel like, they both feel like a gloss. Like I said, this one's a bit more just gloss, and this one's, I got a little more of the like glittery edges that like catch the light. And I have no idea if these smell cupcakes or whatever. I can't because I can't smell. So that is testing First Impressions Full Face One Brand featuring e.l.f. Let me know what your guys' favorite products are, what you think worked well and what didn't. Alright, so I've cleaned up and blended a little bit. I did go ahead and take a flash photo, and flashback is real. It is alive. So even though this doesn't have like shimmer and stuff in it, it must have, you know, something that's reflective. I have had someone show up at the door, and I have got to hurry up and go. So let me know what you think of these different products, if you've tried any, if you have tried them and found something else you like better, or if you like these as dupes for something else. Let me know what y'all think. Thanks for letting me talk with you.